When Hamas ascended upon the Israeli border, they ruthlessly and strategically captured at least 203 hostages, dispersing them in multiple locations, somewhere in what we assume to be a maze, really, of the Gaza Strip. We know there are elderly grandparents. There are helpless children as young as 9 months. If you've ever had a child, you know that they can't sustain life without someone watching them carefully. Hamas announced today that it released 2 U.S. hostages, a mother and a daughter from Evanston, Illinois. Judith Renan and her 18-year-old daughter were visiting family in Israel when they were taken hostage. And as we know, we watched it hours ago, the 2 were transferred to the Israeli border, where the Red Cross was able to take them to an army base in central Israel. Their families are waiting for them. The IDF says that they believe most of the hostages in Gaza are still alive. And yes, that would be a miracle to see more endings such as this, a fact that many families go to sleep at night hoping that they have a chance to see. Among the hostages is Judih Weinstein and his wife, Judith Weinstein Haggai, an American living in Israel who, before the attack, offered meditations and poems on her YouTube page.
I truly hope that the next time I'm recording some haiku, it won't be under duress, under rocket fire, under conditions where people are at war.
Simply foreshadowing. Her daughter, Iris Haggai, joins me now. Iris, first and foremost, our thoughts and prayers are with your family. Before I ask you any questions, I just want to know how you are doing tonight.
I'm in Singapore here this morning, but how am I doing? You know, you said that families are going to sleep at night hoping. I can't even sleep at night, you know? All I can think about is the scenarios that's, you know, that maybe they're going through. I don't even know for a fact that they are kidnapped, you know? You've spoken the words, you know, proof of life. That's exactly correct. There's no proof of life. We don't even know who's really kidnapped, who's not. We are from Kibbutz Nir Oz, where there are 80 kidnapped, and, you know, out of 400, only 160 survived. So my head is just all over the place, all over the place.
You know, I was reading so much about your family and just, you know, devouring some of your mom's content and trying to figure out what you have gone through over the past couple of weeks. Obviously, I cannot fathom. You know, it sounds like you're getting mixed messages. Initially, you had information that your father was shot. They were on their morning walk. You had information that they were in a field. I know you were talking to your mom via WhatsApp. So what are you getting? So our folks at home can understand, if there are hundreds of people who are missing, that means there are hundreds and hundreds of family members, you know, you being one of them. What are you getting? What information are you getting?
Well, I think the information I know for a fact is that my parents were on their morning walk. They do it every day. They're very into fitness and health, and they've been walking outside of the kibbutz for years. So I knew that for a fact. And I know for a fact that my mom called the kibbutz paramedic who I grew up with. I've known him my whole life. She told him that they were both shot, actually, by terrorists on a motorcycle, and that my dad is wounded really bad. She used the words, she thinks he's dead, and that medical help, he couldn't get it because the terrorists were already in the kibbutz. They shot the tires of the ambulance, so he couldn't get any type of medical help to them, and they lost contact. Those are the facts that I know. A few days later, the Israeli army told me that their phones were located in Gaza. So it leads them to believe that they are kidnapped. But, you know, it doesn't give me anything because, you know, thankfully some of my friends survived and their phones were stolen and located in Gaza. So that's what I'm looking for, proof of life, basically. That concept is really strong. It kind of, you know, made its way into my brain now. It's crazy, you know. Most of the missing people in Israel, you brought that up, are now known to be either kidnapped or murdered. There are fewer missing people now, but you know, my parents aren't considered missing as well. They're considered kidnapped. But in my mind, I just don't know anything. I'm going to, approach the scenario as if they are kidnapped and plead Hamas, plead the U.S. government, the Israeli government, everybody to bring them home. That's all I can do.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.